It is Campbell University Wrestling head coach Scotti Sentes, and here we are at the start of a new season. I guess just first off, what's the energy like for you at this time? Is it excitement? Is there stress to get everything together? Like, what's the energy like ahead of the start of the season?
All ready to go, all that hard work, ready to put it out there on the mat, and just got through our orange and black wrestle off. So just now in the dual season.
I love it, man. Well, obviously kicking off with the Battle at Liberty. It was the Battle at Bragg before. As you know, I mean, such a unique venue. You guys have gotten to go through it before. So what's the excitement level, right? Because I know it's one thing to start the season, but I don't know, man. This particular meet, it's just so unique, right? I mean, what's the energy like for the team?
I mean, the energy's high. I don't think they knew what to expect last year. So when they got there, they were wide eyed. They go, wow, this is way cooler than we could have imagined. And so now they know what they're going into. A lot of these guys, they were competing hard because they wanted to compete in this event. They know how big of a deal it is. They know it's on a big stage with the bright lights, and that's why we do what we do, is so we can go out there and kind of showcase our skills and get after it on a venue like that.
I love it, man. For anybody that missed it last year, definitely tune in. Wednesday, November 1st, it's the launch of CFFC Match Day. Now, it was cool last year, right? But this time, you're facing West Point on an Army base, right? Like, that's got to be, I don't know, like even a little more special, I think. I mean, it seems like it's on another level.
Yeah, no doubt. Kevin Ward, when we saw what we did, he goes, we got to be a part of that event, and I couldn't agree more. He's the Army, man. That's America's team right there. So, he wanted to come down and bring. We don't mind being the bad guys. So even though we're technically, one of the hosts of the event, we wrestle on our mat. It's not going to feel like it, right? There's the guy putting the whole thing on from the Army side's a West Point grad. I know he's got a lot of big dinners planned around it, and hey, that's okay. If we get some guys in camo rooting against us, it'll just fire us up a little bit more.
That's pretty funny, right? Because you'll have the Campbell University mats there, but they'll have like the Humvees and the military aircraft out there to make sure to let you know whose home it is.
That's right. That's right.
Well, look, hopefully we don't get another monsoon during the event. That was pretty crazy last year. But I did wonder if there's any lessons that you learned as a coach, or maybe the athletes learned, that might give you a little bit of an advantage, right? I mean, I know a mat to mat, but that was such a unique environment. I just wonder if there's any kind of lessons you learned that might give you a little edge.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any edge that's going to be given, but I do think the lights won't be as brighter, right? We've already been through it one time. We know it's going to be a show. We know it's that there's going to be the bright lights and the music. It's going to be loud. So for us, maybe just in terms of our visualizations leading into the match, we'll have a little bit more of a clear picture, right?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Well, last year was kind of a one-off, but this year it's a start of a full season on CFFC Match Day. We've got 9 dates lined up. You'll be a part of a couple of them. And I know behind the scenes, I mean, there was a lot of people involved in this, but you played a big role in making all this happen. So why was this such an important initiative to you to kind of get this college wrestling program going on UFC Fight Pass?
Yeah, I mean, wrestling's just a phenomenal sport that teaches a lot of things. I think it's really entertaining, and there's a lot of parallels between wrestling and fighting, right? And UFC Fight Pass, it is mixed martial arts. Wrestling's a martial arts. I thought that if we can get some more eyes on the sport, people could really enjoy it. At the same time, if we can get some more, of those wrestling eyes on UFC, even though there's a lot already, if we get even more of it, I think it's the best of both worlds a little bit. I think it works for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I think the crossover there is obviously pretty apparent and natural. But what is it about wrestling itself that makes you so passionate about it, right? What is it that you say, man, this is the sport that I'm making my life?
Yeah, I think for the most part, it's sometimes underappreciated, right? So it's a lot of work gets put on in the dark. It's not a big, showy, flashy sport by any means. It's a very humbling sport. A lot of work gets put in the shadows. And it's a grind. You don't do this because you want to be a celebrity. You do this because you really care about it. You like the hard work. You like the lessons learned, and you like that, mano y mano combat, right? And I think that just makes it special. I mean, it just makes the wins that much better. One-on-one out there, you have nobody to blame but yourself.
That's awesome, man. What a way to describe it. All right, let's talk about the team you're bringing out this year. You're bringing back 5 NCAA qualifiers from this past season. Are those the guys that kind of we need to be watching the most? I mean, are they going to be the pillars of the squad, or do you see like some other names that we need to be keeping our eye on this year? Who should we be watching for on November 1st?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys to watch. Up and down the lineup, I think we're pretty tough from 25 to heavyweight. No doubt, Tay Gaddialdi, he's one of our top-ranked guys. Dom Zacconi's one of our top-ranked guys. He's a fireworks show. And then we got a couple young guys in the mix as well. I think one weight, at 157, we have a true freshman breaking in, and then a weight class above that at 165, Dom Baker. He won last year at the Battle of the Bragg. He won his match and looked really great doing it. And he was a true freshman, so a lot of really great things to expect there. But I'm really looking forward to all our guys showcasing their skills, and some of them haven't had the opportunity to be in the bright lights before, so I want to see how they respond to it. And it could be something pretty amazing once they get out there.
I love it. Well, you guys are building a great program there. I know Intermat has you as a preseason top 30. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So I guess, what is the goal? What's the benchmark this year? What is success for your squad this year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we want to have, guys, all American and competing for a national title. We want to do well at Vegas, put some guys at the stand on, at Vegas. And then, for us, winning the conference championship again, that's the first step. That comes before nationals. So, for us, it's just every time we step on that mat, we want to compete to win, 10 out of 10 bouts. And even when we lose, man, we want to be in those fights. We want to be battling. We want to kind of showcase the brand of Campbell Wrestling, which is kind of get after it, right? We're the Fighting Camels. So, some might call us the UFC Fighting Camels.
I love it, man. Well, you guys put on a great effort last year. I know we'll see it again. Last thing I ask you, Scott, I mean, if maybe somebody's on the fence about this, maybe they've already got Fight Pass, or maybe they're thinking about signing up, but they don't really know anything about college wrestling. They don't know about CFFC Match Day. Why would you tell them it's worth their time and they should check it out?
Yeah, I mean, tune in. It's going to be a fireworks show. There's a lot going on. This is one of the biggest stage in NCAA wrestling. This is probably one of the bigger dual meets with the brightest lights. So if you're going to get exposed to the sport, you might as well do it, on UFC Fight Pass.
I love it. Well said. Well, Scotty, I know you're a busy man. You got a lot going on to get prepared for this season kickoff, but we're looking forward to it. And I'm anxious to see you and your team out there at Fort Liberty.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys soon.